follow the other stands. And
I know,
listen,
but like,
when you
shit,
get big, you get rid of them. You get rid of them after that. It's over with.
I open up our Instagram and the first thing I see is Pro Wrestling Simp, and I'm like, what is this?
I don't look at that. I don't
was
look
a
at that stuff.
business decision.
It's a business decision because that guy promotes us, and then when we don't need him anymore, we toss him aside. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, Libri got so fucking slap it on a t-shirt and continue to use the move forehead.
Unpretty.
This guy just say fucking forehead.
Switch.
What?
This guy say forehead.
You
Yes, I
did.
did.
You think I fucking wouldn't catch that? You think nobody on this program would catch that? But I did. For weird.
You almost didn't.
For weird.
Let's be honest, you almost didn't.
Weird champ. Weird champ. This is what we resort to here.
All right, next up.
Unbelievable. Five head.
Next
Poggers.
up, we have.
Why people happy? Pagu. Weird champ. For weird. Forehead.
Oh god.
Franker faces.
Oh.
Wowie. Why people sad. What else?
Look at how red my face is.
What else we got? Let me go on Twitch right quick. Okay.
Why?
Why do people happy?
Keck.
XW, LOLW,
Oh.
XQCL.
All right. The Acclaim promo now. You were backstage.
Okay.
They're just like, yo, it's not gonna be a triple. It's not gonna be a
No,
normal.
dude, we're gonna do a fatal four-way. Poggers, bro. Thanks for the fucking bits.
Fuck, damn it! Jump off a roof.
Well, they just lost Gunther, so I don't know how that is gonna survive. But what's it called? But the Third Reich faction. That's Imperium's gonna turn to the Third Reich now. But
he posted a picture on Twitter with Sean Dean. He's got his castle. It says "Justice" on it. And then somebody says Hook is some fucking girl says on Twitter, Hook is what? Stokely, I hate your ball ass so much. And then Big Stoke on Twitter goes, wow, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture which required a cast. I am distraught. I rolled dice with my left hand, so I'm please don't make me sue this company, Tony Khan. Please, you know that a portrait of your father that's hanging in your office? Well, once I own this company, I'm replacing it with a big-ass photo of James Brown. Yep. Every time you see the Godfather of Soul sweating in drug-fueled rage at the Apollo, you're gonna think of me. Sounds pretty miserable, bro. Do the right thing. Punish this little bastard Hook and write me a fat check. By the way, here's a photo of me with my best friend Al Sharpton. It means absolutely nothing, by the way. Blushing face. But somebody tweeted, he tweeted, Hook is a piece of shit. And then somebody tweeted this. Some woman, I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jack. Oh wait, I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jacked. 6'3" bro he met until they pulled their first back to beat him up. Whereupon my ex would go, hey, come on. I'm a little guy. I'm just a little guy. No, it's just also my birthday. I'm a birthday boy. It somehow always worked. And then Stokely just quote tweets it. Fuck you.
Antonio Brown, but who the fuck's in the background? It's Hook. It's fucking Hook. And then he's getting twerked on by some fucking broad. My t-shirt money is now in the ass crack of some fucking stripper. So thanks, Hook. But I don't. But Jesus Christ, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Clip it.
Oh, but
actually, hey, it worked out in the long run.
I actually do hope they make another season actually, because I would love to see the American Dragon on Total Bellas start memeing on John Laurinaitis. You have live footage of John Laurinaitis in his living room calling somebody in his underwear saying, "Hey, bud, you fired."
What did Max Caster say about me?
Like I'm embarrassed the fact that I'm hosting a post show for this crap.
I'm proud of you, Carl. I love this.
We did our Valentine's Day post of Hooked on You, but it was mainly for Jamie Hayter and only
That's-
Jamie Hayter.
It's not right. It's not right. It's fucking trying to build an account and we get this bullshit on the account. Great. But
So follow a simp account.
okay. Okay, but here's the thing, because those people, this is networking. This is
We
easy
actually
networking.
follow.
You got
It was- account.
It was a business decision.
it's
to
a
follow
business.
the
It's a business. You
wrestling
have to
simp,
follow these
okay?
people. This is like following. If you want a stan account, you got to follow the other stans. And
I know, but, like,
when you
shit,
get big, you
I-
get rid of them. You
I
get
thought-
rid of them after that. It's over with.
I open up our Instagram and the first thing I see is pro wrestling
I don't
simp,
look
and I'm
at
like,
that.
what is this?
I don't look at that.
It
I don't
was
look
a
at that stuff.
business decision.
It's a business
okay?
decision because that guy promotes us, and then when we don't need him anymore, we toss him aside. That's what happens. This is,
Days go by. Yeah, well, we got Bill so fucking slap it on a t-shirt and continue to use the move forehead.
Unpretty.
This guy just say
I'll take
fucking
kill switch.
forehead.
What?
This guy say forehead.
You
Yes, I
did.
did.
You think I fucking wouldn't catch that? You think nobody on this program would catch that? But I did.
Just a
Weird.
few more
You
moments,
almost
guys. Wait
did
for
it.
everyone
For
to
weird.
file on.
Let's be honest,
you almost did
Weird champ. Weird champ. This is what we resort to here.
All right, next up,
Unbelievable. Five head.
Next
Poggers.
up, we have.
Why people happy? Pagu. Weird champ. Four weird. Forehead.
Oh god.
Franker faces.
Oh.
Wowie. Why people sad. What else?
Look at how red my face is.
What else we got? Let me go on Twitch right quick. Okay.
Why? Why?
Hey, why do people happy? KW, LOLW,
Oh.
XQCL.
All right. The Acclaim promo now. We were backstage.
Okay.
They're just like, yo, it's not gonna be a triple. It's not gonna be a
No,
normal.
dude, we're gonna do a fatal four-way. Poggers, bro. Thanks for the fucking
God.
bits.
Fuck, damn it! Jump off a roof.
well, they just lost Gunther, so I don't know how that is gonna survive. But what's it called? But the Third Reich faction. That's the Imperium's gonna turn to the Third Reich now. But
He posted a picture on Twitter with Sean Dean. He's got his castle. It says "Justice" on it. And then somebody says Hook is some fucking girl says on Twitter, Hook is what? Stokely, I hate your bald ass so much. And then Big Stoke on Twitter goes, wow, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture which required a cast. I am distraught. I rolled dice with my left hand, so I'm please don't make me sue this company, Tony Khan. Please, you know that a portrait of your father that's hanging in your office? Well, once I own this company, I'm replacing it with a big-ass photo of James Brown. Yep. Every time you see the Godfather of Soul sweating in drug-fueled rage at the Apollo, you're gonna think of me. Sounds pretty miserable, bro. Do the right thing. Punish this little bastard Hook and write me a fat check. By the way, here's a photo of me with my best friend Al Sharpton. It means absolutely nothing, by the way. Blushing face. But somebody tweeted, he tweeted, Hook is a piece of shit, and then somebody tweeted this. Some woman.
And that audio. It's Wednesday, guys. You know what that means. It is time for your weekly dose of the Pro Wrestling Injection right here on the Pro Wrestling Injection YouTube and Twitch. As always, I'm here joined by my illustrious panel of co-hosts. To my right, I have Mr. Marathon himself, who is training for the marathon really fucking hard. I've been seeing your post on Facebook.
Thank you.
Mike, and then down below, we have the Goon, Christian. How's it going, guys? It's been a hell of a week in some cases for pro wrestling. Yeah.
A lot of stupid shit.
Yeah, for precursor.
Oh, that basically describes work the last week and a half for
we're
me.
not talking about the Punk stuff. We will not.
Well, we
Just-
could talk about it.
I
It's
don't
just
want to
we don't have
talk about it.
in
It's
depth-
going to lead
in
to a
depth.
long discussion, I feel.
We don't have to. We could just say, hey,
We
this
can
is what
just
happened.
say-
Just go on X, Twitter, whatever the
it was
fuck
the
you want to
biggest-
call it.
I mean, we got to mention it because it's the biggest. It was the biggest story of the week, unfortunately. But basically, the wrap-up rundown of it is that there was a lot of drama coming out that said Punk was blocking people from Collision, namely Ryan Nemeth and Christopher Daniels, who was the head of talent relations. Ryan Nemeth and Punk got into a verbal spat, and he was apparently cornered, and there was almost an altercation there. Hangman.
That's okay. The Hangman stuff, I think, is now cleared up from what we saw today.
So what happened here was also Christopher Daniels, because he was involved in Brawl Out. That's probably why. Hangman stuff. Hangman was shot on by Punk after Collision went off the air. Wasn't a good promo. Wasn't even a good shoot. But he did shoot on Hangman a little bit. He did apologize to him via text, is what was reported. And there was a misreport that said Hangman was blocked, and everyone thought it was Punk. But apparently, Hangman wasn't even supposed to be. Hangman was supposed to be at the building, but he was supposed to do a pre-tape, but it got changed. The location of the pre-tape got changed, so
it still looked like it was done in the building.
Yeah, and I'm saying the pre-tape, obviously, as we saw tonight, was most likely one to set up the Wembley match with his Wembley match. But yeah, that was the Punk stuff. Then there was another thing that came out about how he got into an argument with Jack Perry over a glass spot, which that really didn't even need to be news. That was nothing. But yeah, that was the Punk shit. A lot of people went crazy about that on Twitter. So yeah, there you go. I mean, Punk.
I can't wait to actually watch and catch up on all of this stuff tomorrow.
Let me say something. The only thing I'll say about it here is that the only person, and I'm not trying to take sides here, but the only person still talking about this shit and still throwing jabs at the Elite is Punk. The Bucks, Kenny, and Hangman have said nothing on promos.
Yeah.
But after post show fucking comments or anything, even on podcasts. Kenny was on Renee's podcast. He said, it's unfortunate that it happened, and I hope everybody who was involved is fine and doing better in their lives. And he meant that. The Bucks said on Swerve's podcast, obviously stuff happened, and that's all they said. They didn't even say a thing about it. Hangman really has not said a word. He wasn't even at Brawl Out. So the only person still doing this shit is Punk. So before he keeps cutting these promos, the softest wrestlers, and the only person, to be honest,
right now,
actions speak louder than words, and he's being a fucking little baby right now.
Yeah, like I said, the person who's looking soft right now is the man still talking about it.
Yeah, it's nobody else is talking about it but him. It's like everyone wants to move on except him. So, if that wasn't evident after the Colt Cabana shit, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And other than that, not really much else has happened.
Right, so the last one before we get into the big New Japan stuff, which was the big New Japan stuff, we have Nigel McGuinness. He has been there's been reports that he is actually training for an in-ring return. I know he said that one of the things that would probably get him out of retirement is a match with Bryan Danielson at Wembley. Obviously, that's can't happen.
Yeah.
But hey, if he wants to have a short little match at Wembley, if that even happens, and with somebody else, shit, fucking sign me up. I think he'd still get a match with Danielson if he wants it. I mean, obviously, and that's the thing. Another guy who retired in 2011, who everyone thought wasn't going to wrestle again, was Edge, and look where we are today. And Nigel, it's a very, very big misconception about Nigel. Nigel did not get hurt. He didn't get hurt and had to retire. He got hurt and then made the choice to retire. He could have came back anytime he wanted to. He failed a physical from WWE, and that medically disqualified him from being in WWE. So that's really why he retired. So he could really come back. He could make a comeback if he wants to.
Yeah.
So that's very, very cool to see. And I hope the best happens for him because Nigel is fucking great, and that would be very, very exciting to see Nigel in the ring again.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think he will be a very excellent like person just to have like the one-off matches for. Like, he doesn't have to be like in every like week
like
wrestler. He could be like use him for like special occasions.
Yeah, like use him like Sting, maybe like every 2 months. I know Max Caster, his favorite wrestler is Nigel, his favorite wrestler of all time. So maybe a match with like a program with Max, because I mean Nigel is primarily a heel during his Ring of Honor run, so and his TNA run, but yeah, so we'll see about that. That sounds good to me though.
I agree. I'm just waiting. I'm just sharing our links around, getting stuff out there. Okay, but
the final pieces of news here from New Japan. Just a quick update on the All Star Junior Festival. Some more names were announced.
Well,
yeah, and
wait, what happened?
You'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Some more names were announced. We have so starting the last time we gave an update, I think it was we left off at Kevin Knight. So then we had Chris Bay, Ryusuke Taguchi, the DKC, Fugaz from CMLL, Francesco Akira, Jack Cartwheel, Starboy Charlie, Cheeseburger, Bushi, Alex Shelley, the Impact World Champion, Kosei Fujita, who is one of the two young lions, have just left to go on excursion. Kosei Fujita will be going to Australia, and Ryohei Oiwa will be going to Pro Wrestling Noah. Casey Navarro, Leo Rush, and Real One, the former Enzo Amore, in the All-Star Junior Festival for New Japan. So that was a curious one. I didn't know about that one when I saw it.
Go Cheeseburger.
So, yeah. So that one was a little suspect. I don't know.
Gotta fucking know whose dick did Enzo suck to get into that?
Probably Rocky Romero. But this is probably a favor, to be honest, from Rocky. But yeah, so that's the update on the All-Star Junior Festival. But the big time story is the events of the G1 Climax quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. We're not going to go over all of them, but just namely the quarterfinals. They went. It was about a week ago now, and it was very, very noteworthy because it set up basically the next half of the year for New Japan. So the guys who made the quarterfinal were Tetsuya Naito, Will Ospreay, Evil, Okada, Zack Sabre Jr., Sonata, David Finlay, and Hikuleo. Naito, Ospreay, Evil, and Okada all won their matches. Evil, the semifinals, we had Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito, Will Ospreay, and Evil. So it ended up being those guys to reach the semis. Obviously, there's an odd man out there, fucking Evil. I mean, the discourse within the New Japan community is nothing like I've ever seen after fucking Evil got there and he beat Shingo. Again, I was like, shit, because I said my piece on Evil, but he lost, so thank God. But yeah, we had Ospreay versus Naito and Okada versus Evil. Okada beat Evil. There you go. But however, in the main event, Naito and Ospreay had the match of the tournament, match of the year, and a match of the year contender. To me, this is playing for number 3, right next to the Bullet Club Gold FTR 2 out of 3 falls match. This match is must see.
And Will Ospreay has like 2 or 3 of those match of the year candidates.
Oh, he's got yeah. Listen, if you have a New Japan World subscription, you need to find this.
It's only $7, folks.
Naito versus Ospreay was the match of the entire tournament. It was unbelievable. The drama, the just the work. I mean, late into the match, Naito actually got knocked out for real.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he had like 15 concussions.
Yeah, he got knocked out for real, and they had to call it on the fly. They had to call the finish on the fly, and it was just a fucking crazy thing to watch. You could literally hear, if you watch in the English comment, you could hear Ospreay calling the spots to him. But just the way they were working, well, Naito was fucked up. was crazy, but he was good to go for the. He just got his bell rung, but he was good to go. So the finals ended up being Tetsuya Naito versus Kazuchika Okada for the G1 finals. But before we get there, there's obviously a lot that goes on, a lot angle wise that goes on the G1 final show.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that happens a lot. That's where they set up a lot of angles going forth. But namely, one was that Eddie Kingston is the New Japan Strong open weight champion. So he had like a tag match, like a 8-man tag, that standard 8-man tag, like Ishii, fucking Yano, and Tanahashi. But after the match, Hanare from the United Empire attacked him and held up his title. And he teased that he wants the title at Wembley. Obviously, that's not going to happen now, but I could see a Hanare Eddie Kingston match at All Out. I would be so for that, because let me tell you something about Hanare. They wrestled once in the block matches, but Hanare has completely reinvented himself in New Japan. New music, new attire. He has, I mean, it's his heritage and his lineage, because he's a Pacific Island bred man from New Zealand. He has this thing called the Mata Aura on his face.
Yeah, we talked
And
about that when he got it.
It's like a beard, but a tattoo. But yeah, he's got this whole new attitude now, and they're two fucking savage killer type wrestlers. And I would love to see that on the All Out card. If not, get it on Dynamite. If not, put it on one of the New Japan Strong shows in America.
If not, put it on Grand Slam.
Yeah. They also are doing they just announced they're doing a Royal Quest 3 again, which is New Japan's UK show. So they are going to be doing that. But however, the other big thing that happened in the final night of action was that there was a tag team match between the 4 members of the United Empire and 4 members of LIJ, and it actually went crazy. It went about 10 minutes, but it was really hard hitting. It was really great. But the biggest story coming out of here is that Yota Tsuji pinned Will Ospreay in the middle of the ring clean. And after the match, he held up the IWGP United States Championship, and that's probably what the Royal Quest match is going to be: Yota Tsuji versus Will Ospreay. But however, after Ospreay got to the back to give post-match comments, he got rid of the IWGP United States Championship and now replaced it with the IWGP United Kingdom Championship. He says he doesn't want to carry around a belt he has no meaning, he has no attachment to. So instead of the IWGP US belt, it's the IWGP UK belt. So, I mean, I really think it's just a thing for Ospreay. When he loses it to an American, it'll probably get changed back. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It looks the same, just a little bit nicer. But yeah, it's really the same belt. But yeah, that's what he's holding on to right now. And then we had the finals of the G1 Climax between Kazuchika Okada and Tetsuya Naito. And again, as I said, it wasn't as good as the Ospreay Naito match, but it was really, literally, and this is not taking away anything from this match, it was literally right there. Right there. The drama, the crowd. I haven't heard a Japanese crowd this loud in forever. In Ryogoku Sumo Hall. This went about 35 minutes. Excellent match. Another match of the year contender. Great callbacks to their spots. They've wrestled about fucking 18 times, these two. But the thing about Naito being how he got denied his WrestleMania main event with Okada before he left and he said,
"Did you say WrestleMania?" I just
you did.
I did.
Yeah,
I did the same shit because I was thinking about Kevin Kelly. Because Kevin Kelly, at the end, after the G1 went off the air, says, "Now the road to WrestleMania begins," instead of Wrestle Kingdom. He said it on accident. So I'm thinking of that. Well, me and Kevin Kelly are on the same fucking wavelength. But
awesome.
But yeah. But once he got denied his Wrestle Kingdom main event, that's when he left. And I think I forgot how many years to the day. I think it's 10 years. It's going to be 10 years come Wrestle Kingdom where Naito got denied. But however, Tetsuya Naito, beating all the odds, he defeated Kazuchika Okada finally to win the G1 Climax, his 3rd G1 Climax victory, and he finally has a chance to main event Wrestle Kingdom against one of his students and one of his former LIJ members in Sonata, and finally do the roll call at Wrestle Kingdom. in front of a capacity crowd, which is gonna be is literally a 10-year long story.
Isn't it like
been
kind of
been
like
trying
the
to do this.
Tokyo Dome, like a 70,000 arena, 70,000
Yes,
person?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It could be more, but they usually just do some of the floor, most of the floor. It's weird how they do it. They do most of the floor and then a
Mhm.
little bit of the uppers, depending on how much the demand is. But Naito can finish a 10-year long story here, and he will finish the story before Cody Rhodes. Can you
I was
fucking
just
believe
about
this
to make
right
that
here?
joke.
This guy is gonna finish the story before Cody Rhodes. If you
God.
would have told me Tetsuya Naito would have fucking finished the story before Cody Rhodes, I would have fucking called you. I would have told you to put the crack pipe down. But yeah. Well,
It's
that's another one.
yeah. So well, now we got a Dynamite to talk about.
Yep, that was really in the news. Just a heads up if y'all want to watch it. Multiverse United is this weekend,
Mhm.
which is like basically it's Multiverse United 2. It's basically like the mini Impact New Japan Forbidden Door. It's got a lot of great stuff, a lot of good matches on it.
It's-
I'm definitely gonna be watching it.
In the long run, if you think about it, it's well, like New Japan and Impact's
It's Forbidden Door.
well, and there was another pay-per-view where like Ring of Honor and New Japan did their
War of the Worlds.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's got a good card. There's a lot of tag matches. They got Julia to come in to defend the tag belt. Like they even got like for the first time Finley is gonna tag with Chris Bay and Ace Austin,
Yeah.
who he hasn't even like really welcomed into the Bullet Club yet. Josh Alexander's back from injury. Yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff on that card. So check it out.
Yeah, so there was a Dynamite tonight. Surprisingly,
Pretty enjoyable one at that.
yeah, an enjoyable one.
I enjoyed
Once again, like a little bit of promo heavy, but when you're on the road to probably the biggest show of all time, that is just a few hundreds, maybe even like whenever you guys are watching this, like before the show, a few tens of like tickets away from beating WrestleMania 32's all-time attendance record.
It's nuts, yo. It's just like, hey, listen, pretty good for a fucking t-shirt company, and it's just
Pretty good for a
crazy to me.
pissant company.
It's very, very good. Listen, does nothing but good for the wrestling business and great
Yeah,
for the wrestlers.
100%.
Great for the wrestlers, and it's the best
Oh, yeah.
because now the wrestlers they can tease. Say if you're a WWE town, you want to get a better contract from WWE and you want to stay in WWE, you tease going to AEW because guess what? They're gonna offer you more money. AJ
Yeah.
did it. Fucking Randy Orton did it.
Randy Orton was a bastard doing it.
Same thing. And I guarantee you, fucking
Well, it
this is the
worked.
same shit fucking MJF's gonna do. I guarantee you I mean, listen, we heard all about the Elite stuff. We already talked about it. But listen, those guys, they toyed around with going to WWE because they made their decision as a group.
Yeah.
And if Tony Khan wanted to keep those guys, then he needed to pay up, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and we talked about it last week that they pretty much have NBA level contracts, which is fucking insane. But yeah, so getting now into Dynamite, it was another promo heavy show, but like I said, you gotta build
Yeah, and you
to
gotta
the biggest show of all time.
You gotta do that, and now and like that, you gotta mitigate injury because
Yes.
we already have too many. There's already too many, which isn't even their
I'm
fault.
already like
because it's
I'm
a lot of freak
scared.
shit.
I'm so scared
Yeah,
with some things.
That's what I'm like. I'm like tomorrow. I don't want anybody wrestling. I mean next week. I don't want anybody wrestling. Saturday, just have MJF and Adam Cole fucking sing karaoke songs the entire fucking night or
Have
something. I
a
don't
Wednesday
care.
be
I don't
like a
want nobody
recap.
wrestling.
Have a Wednesday be a recap leading up to All In.
No, just fucking have like just get everybody who's not on the show, and then just have them in the ring. Do fucking Peter Avalon and fucking Brandon Cutler, and then just do that.
But
Well, that and I would also
Peter Avalon, Brandon Cutler, 60-minute Iron Man match. How about that?
I would also do another promo heavy show next week just because
they
obviously to
definitely
stay away
will,
from
because it's the
no,
go home.
obviously yeah, obviously because it's the go home and to stay away from injuries, of course, and you also have another pay-per-view to build to literally a week after. So,
which once again, god damn it, Bleacher Report, you should sell them as a package, but you're
Yeah, I
not.
fucked up already. I bought it already. I bought it and all that.
I'm buying it on Friday because that's when I get paid.
Nice.
So we kick off tonight's show with Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta.
Again, we're back to it. He hasn't fucking opened up in like a couple of weeks.
And hey, Orange Cassidy has a slightly newer Titantron. He has the world behind him now.
Dude, his entrance always just gets me because he just does the thing, and then it's literally one single pyro.
What's funny
it
is
gets me every time.
Like you can't do it in Fight Forever, unfortunately. But they have like the double pyro, so every time he puts the thumbs up, I just hit that one pyro. That's it. So yeah, it was Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta for the international title. This was like it was a good match. Like these guys mesh so fucking well together. Because also like Orange Cassidy and Chuck trained him pretty much. They helped to train him. They had a hand in training him. Yeah. They also, as Orange Cassidy said in kind of like the Road to promo that was on YouTube and Twitter. That like we let you sleep on our couch, meet me and Chuck. So, but hey, I thought that hey, like maybe like a person to dethrone Orange Cassidy could be Wheeler Yuta. I think Yuta could benefit from that title a lot more than anyone else, in my opinion.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think I didn't see it happening today, obviously, because I think
down the road
it's
I'm
happening.
thinking.
I mean, I think it's going to happen at All Out, because after what I wasn't expecting the
if not Mox, then it's going to be Yuta.
Yeah, I think. See, that's the thing with me. I don't think it'll be Yuta because they I don't think they would have did this match if it was him.
Well, I think
Mox.
I think they want to raise his stock a bit more though.
Yeah, but his stock's already raised just by hanging out with those guys.
I get that, but like having a title on him.
That's what I'm saying. I have no qualms about giving him the title.
If not,
he doesn't need it.
I want the BCC to have another, like, everyone's a champion type thing. I want Mox to either have the international or the AEW title again. I want Yuta to either have that ROH title. That now escapes me. It's on the tip of my tongue too.
Title?
Yeah, the pure title or the TNT title, and then keep Claudio with the ROH World. Well,
then I mean, what is Brian gonna do?
Heal up from his injury first off.
Because he's not winning. Because he's not winning the fucking AEW World Championship, especially at MJF. That has been done. So
listen, I try.
Literally, if it was up to me, the only reason I wouldn't give it to Yuta because Yuta, just by hanging around with those guys, his stock is up there enough because he's just surrounded by fucking greatness.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying his stock isn't already high, but I think if you want to put it to the moon,
if it was up to me, I'd give it to Takeshita. I really would because because the people aren't gonna fucking the people. I mean, they're not booing Yuta out of the building, but obviously he's a heel, so they boo him. But these people can't fucking stand Don Callis. So if they take the title off the fan favorite Orange Cassidy, it's gonna be even fucking worse. I think Takeshita was always the best bet because he's a heel, and plus, do you want more Takeshita matches on Dynamite weekly like how fucking Orange Cassidy? I love Yuta, but I mean,
true, very
Takeshita,
true.
Fucking Takeshita, fucking
you
open challenge. Forget it.
You got me there.
Same.
So. Orange Cassidy did kick out of the seatbelt pin. Not many people have done that so far, right? It was only like 2,
it's
3.
Only the second or third time, I think.
Yeah, I'm kind of
because it's a very protected pin.
Yeah, I'm lost on it on AEW because when Yuta was in the best of the Super Juniors, a lot of people were kicking out of it. Not kicking out, but like escaping it. But
I'm talking like just AEW standards.
AEW. I think. Big matches people have gotten out of it, but like smaller, like regular matches, I don't think people have gotten. Usually in tag matches, he'd use Claudio and Mox would let him get the pin, and nobody would get out of it.
Yeah, but so Orange Cassidy did pick up the win, because the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio and Moxley came out to kind of cause a distraction. Orange Cassidy hit the paradigm shift for the Death Rider. I'm trying to remember because they're both the same thing, but one is more elevated.
The paradigm shift is the one where he just drops. The Death Rider is the one where he picks him up and.
Okay, yeah. So Death Rider is the elevated one.
Wait, no, I thought it was the opposite.
No, it's not because the Death Rider is the New Japan one.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, yeah. Christian's right because Mox hit the paradigm shift.
You're explaining this.
He hit the paradigm shift on
paradigm
Kenny
shift is the one where he picks him up and then he just drops down. The Death Rider is where he picks him up and then he fucking does that.
So kind of like so the paradigm shift is your standard DDT. The Death Rider is your elevated DDT.
Yeah, it's the same move. It just Mox picks him up.
This entire time, the elevated one was the paradigm shift.
No, it's the other way around.
It's either or.
Well, they've been calling it the paradigm shift the entire time.
We will get.
Well, no,
someone
they
will
haven't.
correct us.
They haven't because when he just drops down, then it's the paradigm shift.
Someone will correct us. We'll find out.
They did call that tonight. They did call it the paradigm shift.
Yeah, they fucked up there.
Oh, when Mox does it.
Well, no, because Orange did a paradigm shift. He just dropped down. He didn't pick him up.
That was a straight up DDT.
Okay, just
that was the paradigm shift.
Move on.
I'm just saying the reason I know is because Shota Umino, his finish is the fucking Death Rider.
Yeah.
And he's been doing it when the pickup way.
That is true. That's going up by these past few matches at the G1. And so Orange Cassidy hit that. He then hit the Orange Punch for the win. Blackpool Combat Club storm of the ring to attack
immediately.
Pretty much immediately. Claudio blindsided Cassidy. Outcome the best friends. It is now a pretty much a fair fight, pretty much. Then it comes Eddie Kingston to returned to a beautiful pop.
Yep, he's returned from Japan, the time of his life, but now it's back. The Mad King is back. He goes straight after fucking Claudio. Him and Claudio come to blows immediately. They're beating the shit out of each other. Everyone's getting down. It was before Eddie came out, the Lucha Bros came out.
Oh yeah.
And
bless you.
What?
Bless you.
Bless you.
I'm doing the job. But anyway, here comes the
There's
Lucha
no
Bros.
Sneezing on this show.
Yeah, well, I guess yeah, we're not going to WWE. What's it called? Lucha Bros run down Eddie Kingston. He gets in the ring. He gets on the mic.
He starts pounding it. Is this thing on? Taz, it's on.
It's on. He goes like, "Hey, he goes Wembley." He goes Wembley, and then he goes Stadium Stampede. I'm like, wow, I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be an international championship match because, I mean, it's your biggest international show. I'm surprised they're not going to have an international title defense. But the international champion.
I think they probably would have had probably Pac would have been involved.
Pac was there. Pac would have been in the match.
Yeah, I think probably there would have been the title match, but then Pac got sidelined. I think.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's my prediction.
If they would have to plan for Stadium Stampede. I don't think this is just a spur of the moment.
There has been any inkling of that match even possibly happening. I think setting this up about 2 weeks before the pay-per-view was probably like, hey, so Pac's out. I think we can go from here to there.
Yeah, because I'm not sure because I don't know if they have to set up spots and like get permission from the venue.
It could have been like
Stampede.
True.
I mean, they didn't have because they've never done a Stadium Stampede outside of
Pac's been out for 3 weeks, 4 weeks,
2 weeks. Well, we didn't know about the injury until 2 weeks ago.
So it could have been like as soon as Pac got injured, he could have let Tony know. And then Tony was like, okay, we gotta change this up. Called up whoever the fuck runs Wembley.
The only reason I think he probably would have been involved was that basically it's either they could have did the 3 with him, Orange, and Moxley, and then the rest of the guys did Stadium Stampede.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that would have made sense without a big name like Moxley and Orange in it. So, but this is cool. This is the first time we're getting Stadium Stampede outside of TIAA
Jackson.
Bank Field Stadium, and it's gonna be different and it's gonna be cool. I guess they want to showcase the arena as well, see how big it is. But the field it's gonna be Eddie Kingston, the Lucha Bros, Orange Cassidy, and the Best Friends versus Moxley, Yuta, Claudio, and 3 members of their choosing.
One is definitely gonna be Shota.
One I have because the New Japan main roster heavyweight talent, they don't have to report back. They don't have to be back until the Destruction Tour, which starts on September 8th. So they have a big layoff after the G1. So Shota Umino has. I mean, there's a rev. Well, this is the thing I have to. Well, this is where shit gets dicey. So there's. I don't pay any attention to the silhouettes at all because I don't think they matter.
Sometimes it does.
Because they haven't historically. That's why I just don't do it. There was one though that did look like Brian, but
that's an immediate
the guy's
stretch.
Got a fucking that's there's no way.
I think, and this is a bit of a stretch
Unless
for
they
me.
bubble wrap his fucking arm and like have him just do nothing.
So we briefly talked about it in the group chat. You mentioned Shota Umino and Hanare. This other member that I can think of, and I know it's stretch, absolute stretch. Put Nigel in if he's been working.
I mean, that's possible, depending on.
I'm just throwing his name out there because
that's possible.
Like it would make the absolute most sense if he wants to fight in Brian's honor.
Since there's no New Japan schedule until September, I think Shota is a lock. I think Shota Umino is going to be in that.
Hanare is a maybe.
There is here's the thing. There's a Rev Pro show the day before. I mean, Ospreay and Shingo's happening on that show. There's a who's who of it's basically a New Japan show. It's a fucking who's who of New Japan talent is going to be on that show.
Mm-hmm.
And the card is shaped. I think the card is finalized. The anniversary show, and the people who are going to be on that show is like Ospreay, Shingo, fucking Zack Sabre Jr., Ishii, Shibata, El Phantasmo, Cape Kid, Finley. So with that being said, I think Umino is a lock. So that would leave 2. I mean, Hanare, I could see because he has problems with Eddie Kingston, but he doesn't really make a ton of sense.
Nigel makes a little bit of sense.
I'm saying Hanare just because he doesn't make sense. It could happen. It doesn't make a ton of sense because he's not one of the more well-known members of the United Empire, and he doesn't really have an affiliation with any of those guys at all. But Ishii will be at the fucking Rev Pro show.
Yeah, but didn't like Umino... Ishii and Kingston team up in the in the prelims?
Yeah, it was him, Tanahashi, Yano, and Ishii.
Yeah, I don't see like Goto. him and Ishii like fighting again on opposite sides.
Well, here's the thing: Ishii and Eddie Kingston is forever going to be because this is Ishii. Ishii's in chaos. He's in the big babyface faction in New Japan.
Yeah,
that doesn't stop him at all from wrestling all his faction mates.
There's
all the
another person who I have in mind. Then once again, stretch. And I'm good. This is going off by a recent promotion that this person put out. So Chris Hero is doing a seminar, and at the bottom of his seminar, it shows where he's been featured. So like ROH, WWE, Impact. I believe one of them was Impact. And another thing said AEW. He's been featured on AEW. So Chris Hero is another possibility to throw into the BCC.
Well, who said that?
There's there's a Chris Hero like seminar happening somewhere.
Well, yeah, well, I mean,
but
this
like,
shit happens
isn't he working or wasn't he working backstage?
Yeah, but it says featured on.
Well, I'm saying, promoters do that shit all the time. It just happened. Rikishi, they just said Rikishi's gonna be the special guest referee. Some promoter, because Rikishi's doing a signing or a seminar somewhere that he's doing after he becomes a referee for the payback match with Jimmy and Jay, which isn't even confirmed yet, which is probably might not even happen. And Rikishi had to come out on Twitter and squash that. So promoters do that all the time. So I don't know if there's any.
But like so this is an like I said, it's an idea that I have. I'm putting it out there.
I think that.
So okay. And it's at UK. It's a Chris Hero Zoom seminar. Tuesday, 15th of August, UK time, 9 p.m. 3 p.m. Eastern time.
I just realized something. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Ishii cannot be in that match. He's chaos. Trent, Chuck, Orange are all chaos.
So
I mean, chaos fights each other all the time, but in team fights, that's really have never happened besides like a couple of times.
So this is.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. He could still be. I mean, that's not. I mean, I'm not even saying he can't be, but yeah, he.
Well, and also, my idea for Chris Hero could be scrapped because this seminar happened yesterday. I thought this was like an in-person seminar.
I think Umino is a lock. I could see Homicide. Homicide I could see because of the Eddie Kingston connection and connections with everybody else. Because of Mox. I mean, he just tagged with Mox.
I'm just trying to think of big names that would pop a UK crowd.
I mean, they could do El Desperado, who's also on that Rev Pro show, who has had battles with Mox as of late, which I think that'd be really cool because I love Despy.
This is going to be very, very random. What about that Grado guy you guys mentioned?
Grado's going to be fighting Jeff Jarrett, possibly.
Oh, Grado.
Grado.
I think it's Grado. Yeah, Grado. Yeah, that's Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, that's possibly Jeff Jarrett.
I think the only lock is Shota Umino. I really think
Nigel is tit for tat.
Shibata, I think Shibata could be a possibility. Because he wouldn't have to do much. And he'll be in the area. Same with Shingo. If they want to get Shingo on the show.
But also like Shibata and Yuta have history with like their stuff from ROH.
They have this fucking Blackpool Combat Club got fucking
that's what I'm saying. I think like I think the Kings of Wrestling reunion is a possibility. Shota is a definite lock. Like I'm just putting Chris Hero out there because I personally want to see it, and I think that Nigel is another possibility as well. I think these two, they don't have issues with Blackpool Combat Club, and all of them, well, besides Nigel, have issues with Kingston.
So
I think the people who have the issue with, I think the key factor is the people who have issues with Kingston is where this is more like leaning on. It's like, who cares about the Best Friends? Who cares about like the Lucha Bros? It's the people, like, I think it's the Blackpool Combat Club. Their focus is partially on Kingston because Kingston is the biggest threat in that group. And I think to get under his skin, they get people that he's been involved with. Hence why I've been leading on Chris Hero. You could get anyone from fucking Chikara as well, for Christ's sakes, from the Chikara days, if they're still wrestling.
I'm trying to think, because besides Umino, I'm looking at the roster right now. There's not really a lot of people that, I mean, he does. The last time we saw him, he did have a problem with Kingston, but he has fought they could do with Santana and Ortiz, which I think that's Ortiz had a problem with him. Santana looks like he's ready to go, but they have fought the Combat Club, so I don't think so. I really think the only one is Shota Umino, and if they bring in other people like Homicide or a Chris Hero or Nigel or somebody like, I mean, they could do Ishii if they want.
Because like I
Lance
think
Archer.
Ooh, Lance Archer would be a good pick as well. I do think like this is a dumb idea. I think they shouldn't show who the three people are until that day, until day of.
I think they should announce at least
They
one.
should they can announce Shooter.
I think well, yes, announce Shota. That's like obvious because everyone's probably thinking, okay, well, one of them has to be him. But I think save these last two, or maybe even save the last one for the show. Like, cause have the news circuits go fucking buck wild trying to talk to their sources. Cause to be honest, I think I know who I think I know who one fucking source is for Sean Ross Sapp, and that became very apparent with the Punk stuff. To be honest, I think Nemeth is one of the moles for Sean. To be honest,
I don't even know if I follow Sean Ross Sapp.
Don't, because you'll
I
keep it that way. Because when freaking Black Saturday or Black Friday comes for WWE, your phone becomes like a graveyard of seeing names of people who get released.
I figured that out right before you said it.
That was my other. I think the moles are going to be going crazy, and so are the people who are going to reach out to them. Christian, your face has been determined on.
I'm just looking. I'm just scrolling through Twitter
On like who's going to be in the area.
And no, I'm just seeing like that, and just like what people are throwing out there, and everyone's throwing out the same names: Hero, Nigel, Santana and Ortiz, Umino. So yeah, everyone's throwing out the same couple names
that we are. So that's not too bad of an idea.
So it's consensus. A lot of people are saying Santana and Ortiz, which I mean I could see, because then that would be a ready-made program with Kingston.
I think if not the two of them, then Ortiz.
If Santana's not ready to go yet, then Ortiz.
No, Santana is ready to go. Oh, okay. I just think Ortiz is a strong push. Even like with him going on Twitter talking about Eddie's match against Finlay at the G1. Keeping in kayfabe, saying we may not be on speaking terms, but this was a damn good match, and I'm proud of him. So.
Yeah, so that's really the consensus about Stadium Stampede. I don't really see a bunch of other names that are being thrown around right now that makes a ton of sense. I mean, Ishii, they could do that if they want. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
And hey, if the names that we mentioned come to fruition, TK, you know our ats, because we follow you and you probably watch, so you know where to send the check. Just leave it at that. You know where to send the check to us. So after this, we had Kenny Omega and JR with their sit down. JR also
in Jacksonville.
JR posted on Twitter he has like a leg infection that he is like.
Well, that's his skin cancer.
Oh god, it looked so fucked.
Yeah, so that was the skin cancer he had radiation therapy on. Back in the day when he had it.
I actually did not see this. How bad was it? The picture.
He used to post pictures every day back when he was in treatment.
Oh,
it looks kind of fucked.
But yeah, he was sitting down with Omega, in Daly's place, and basically they were talking about Don Callis and what Don Callis meant to Kenny Omega, throughout his.
He's still healing from it, by the way. He still has.
Oh yeah, I mean that's radiation. Yeah, that's not gonna take.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this in the group chat. Just sorry, Nick.
I'm gonna post something in the group chat that's. It should make you two laugh.
But yeah, he was talking about how Don Callis,
used to like young, he kind of prevented him from having a childhood.
Yeah, so Kenny said he didn't really have friends because Don wanted him to.
I saw this
train,
earlier.
And he wanted to give him supplements. He wanted to give him vitamins. He gave him his first.
He wanted to give him steroids.
Protein. He wanted to give him his protein powder and stuff like that. So basically, Callis was grooming him from a young age to be a fucking specimen of a competitor. and it's exactly what happened. So he talks about all this, and he talks about, hey, I try to owe it to Uncle Don, but Jim says, well, this is the same Uncle Don that stabbed you in the head with a screwdriver, which was actually pretty funny.
Then
he
they also
said it.
showed footage from DDT with Kenny and
Takeshita,
Twink Takeshita, pretty
he
much.
was because he was about 17, 18 back when he started in DDT, Takeshita, that is. But yeah, that was pretty cool to see. I'm glad because, I mean, obviously they have a good relationship with DDT. They've had DDT talent. Kenny started in DDT, so it same did with Ibushi and Takeshita. So yeah, and then after they were done talking about that, who rears his ugly head?
Don Callis.
Don Callis shows up, and he's talking to Kenny, and he's like, "Kenny, get the fuck out of here." But then Kenny is attacked by none other than Switchblade Jay White and Juice Robinson.
And as they're jumping, as Jay White is jumping, Kenny goes, "Do you remember me? Do you remember me? Come on."
Which was, listen, I am ecstatic about this to see Jay White and Kenny, because in my opinion, two of the greatest Bullet Club leaders, two of my favorite wrestlers in the world, probably ever. But listen, they've had one match in New Japan. They only had one match. They had one match in New Japan. It was excellent. And that was at the start of Jay White's run. It was less than a year Jay White came back from excursion in New Japan. So we haven't even seen the best Jay White against Kenny Omega, and that's scary. And it's a very, very scary prospect.
This is just me, but like the weird camera cut to like them throwing him up against like the garage door kind of took me out of it for a second.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, they fast forwarded through a lot there.
Yeah, and I just love the camera pans to JR just standing there watching it.
And just, yeah.
He's like, oh well. So
I wish they would have got him shaking his head.
So pretty much, they Takeshita, Jay White, and Juice just beat the shit out of Kenny. This then prompts Kenny to go to a hospital.
Wait. But I just want to let you, because they fucking hit this guy in the back with a fucking pipe, with a big ass pipe, and then Takeshita takes a 2x4 to this fucker's back like he's had sex on Jim Duggan. It is fucking crazy, this guy. He's out of control, and he needs to be fucking on a leash, all right?
And then we get Kenny's been taken to a hospital, and then we had a word of Adam Page. Adam Page is like, I'm outside the hospital, clearly inside a garage.
Drinking. He's fucking drinking.
Sir, you can't be drinking a beer outside a hospital or inside a hospital.
He's clearly inside of a garage. That's inside the stadium.
That line popped me.
It could be the indoor of the hospital, but obviously it was.
I think all of us have seen kind of like ambulances and where they drop off. They do not drop off inside of a fucking garage. It's always like side of the building.
Yes.
It's always front or side of the building. This was legit taped at Collision. It was so fucking obvious.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what the fucking whole bullshit was.
So it also like it put to rest immediately that Hangman Page was kicked out of the arena and sent somewhere else. No, it happened in the arena. It was just that he probably couldn't stick around much longer after it was filmed. He's
probably,
like,
yeah.
It's just fucking, yeah. You can't drink a beer. He chugs it, hands it to the guy, and then pretty much says the match is happening to be me, Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega versus Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Takeshita.
Yeah, so listen, this is a big time fucking matchup here. Obviously, a lot of people
100%.
wanted to have Kenny have a singles match on Wembley, which I think I would have preferred, but obviously that was probably going to happen. There was some news saying that Danielson and the Omega 2 was probably going to happen at Wembley.
We were fucking robbed.
And I was really robbed last 2021 when I couldn't buy a goddamn ticket.
Brian's back before Grand Slam.
I was robbed because I was at college when the first match happened.
Brian's back by Grand Slam.
Ticketmaster would not let me purchase a ticket.
Hey, if he is fully, have you seen the scar Brian has?
Nope.
Let me tell you
Please send
something
in
though.
the chat.
Please send in chat. Gotcha.
Let me tell you something though. I will say they are going. This match, I obviously this is a setup because I believe all roads lead to Takeshita and Omega at All Out, the next week. I think this is the setup for the match. So. I mean, I'm so glad. I mean, I'm happy that this match is happening to getting people on the card. But yeah, obviously, I wanted to see Kenny in a singles match. But I think this is the best. I'll take a Golden Lovers reunion. So I don't have any qualms about that. So it's gonna be Ibushi, Hangman, and Omega versus Jay White, Juice, and Takeshita. And this is a show stealing matchup.
Oh, yeah.
This is the show stealing matchup. This is gonna be one of the greatest trios matches you're ever gonna see. These six guys are gonna fucking bang, and I mean, holy shit. Jay White, this is the first time Jay White's going to be in the ring with Omega. And I think since 2017 or the early 2018.
Okay, I couldn't find it on Twitter. It's on his Instagram. I gotta figure out how to fucking share it.
I'll just look it up then.
Yeah, just go to his Instagram there. Oh wait, never mind. Copy link. I'm posting it now. Listen, I don't use Instagram that much to the share thing. It's only Twitter. Twitter's the like X, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Easier. Can we? I was just gonna make a horrible joke. Thank God I stopped myself.
That's
a standard.
I know, but it's like, huh.
Yeah, it's standard. I mean, it's like the one that Kenta has that I always look at when he got his shoulder operated on his shoulder. Same with Hiromu. But yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we're getting that. And then after this, we had Don Callis.
In the ring.
Ass. Don Callis' ass was in the ring with a fucking easel with a tarp, with a sheet
And
over it.
He goes, well, it's time for me to get Chris Jericho out here. Time to get the answer. Chris Jericho comes out. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial, and Jericho's ready to give his answer.
Yep. So here comes
and
Jericho.
What does he fucking say? That I was like, oh shit. Okay.
Jericho comes down, and he's like, "All right, buddy." So,
I normally don't like. Chris Jericho doesn't join factions. He creates them.
Which is bullshit because the first faction he ever created was the Inner Circle. He never had a faction in WWE, which is kind of hard to believe. But that's why it was formed, because Tony's like, you've never had a faction before. That's literally the story of the Inner Circle. But yeah.
Jericho? Come on.
That's a tag team.
True, but
it's two men.
It had the most fucked up theme song ever. The most fucked up mashup ever.
I liked that mashup.
The second, the first iteration was terrible. The second one was okay.
Anyway,
it's all about the boom.
But anyway, what's it called? So Jericho is like, you know what? My answer is yes.
Don's like,
and even Don Callis was just like,
what? The fuck
really?
You mean yes?
What? Okay, great.
All right, shit. I should bet. Which, fully enough, because the segment we mapped this out last week, and this exactly went how I thought it was going to, but he just said yes, and because I couldn't predict the fucking easel.
So like what I predicted.
You predicted that he was gonna say yes. I predicted basically the entire scenario how it was gonna went down.
I said he was gonna say yes, but then Dom was gonna be like, the offer is a bit too late now. Your answer is a bit too late for us, and then would cue in Ospreay. That's what my prediction was. Like that's what we kind of worked around.
Yeah, well, we kind of just met in the middle.
Yeah.
To be honest, we really just met in the middle.
This popped me because I actually forgot that Jericho and Ospreay was the rumored match. So
yeah.
So Callis goes, come on, let's hit Broadway. Let's beat up some rednecks and get drunk.
Like, no, it's none of that easy.
Wait, hold on. What's it? What's
that?
It's
nothing.
Oh, it's another one with us
nothing.
and bad news.
Nothing. Can't do that. Nothing. So Jericho goes over.
Well, if it's another one with us and bad news, let's see it.
It's another beautiful painting by that artist that they're now commissioning.
Mel Coleman. Mel Coleman art on Twitter. She's been making art. I've been following her forever. She's been making art for just random Dynamite episodes forever.
She's been
And
doing
now
like
using it.
she's been mainly doing like the Don Callis art now.
Well, yeah, she made the Don Callis thing. They saw it and it's like, yo, can we use this? And that's what happened.
And now they just commission her.
Every week before this, like during I just started following during the pandemic days. She just posted art of just shit. And yeah, so they're using it now. But they fucking so it's a picture of Don Callis holding the severed head of Chris Jericho.
He's like, what is this? You're gonna get me assassinated?
Like, what the fuck is
gonna cut my head off?
Wait. And then so Jericho's like, yo, Don, what is it? Like, you wanted me assassinated? As soon as he said assassinated, I was like, okay, where is he? As soon as he said assassinated,
I was keeping my eye on the crowd because that one security guard was in front of the.
I was like, yeah. As soon as he said assassinated, that was it. Because obviously Will Ospreay's nicknamed the Aerial Assassin. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, all right, this is I don't know where he is. And also as soon as Eddie showed up early, I'm like, okay, that means they all had time to get on a plane.
Oi, bruv, what town we going to? What town we going to, Eddie? Going to Tennessee, Nashville.
So Nashville.
Yeah, so pretty much Jericho and Don Callis go back and forth. You know, Jericho's calling Don Callis an asshole, a scumbag piece of shit.
And he's like, you're a scumbag, you're a worthless worm, you're a piece of dirt. I mean, he was calling him everything. He was reading this guy the fucking riot act.
And also, and Don's
the scumbag line, is it just me or did he say that backwards?
Bag of scum?
No. He's just like, damn it, what the hell was his exact line? Because he said scumbag something, and then I was just like,
piece of shit?
No, it wasn't that.
Scumbag.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I remember thinking is, he said that backwards.
So
it would have sounded so much better if you put scumbag second.
So anyway, near the end of this, Don Callis ended up slapping Chris Jericho. Jericho got fucking pissed. He started going to town on Don Callis. But here comes Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita and Jericho start going at it. Jericho gets the best of Takeshita, and all you hear is the crowd come up. I'm like, all right, he's here. Here comes Will Ospreay to attack Chris Jericho
with a standing hidden blade.
Well, he's been doing that as of late now. So, more desperately in his match, I think he just started using it in the Omega matches, but he was doing it at LG1 where in his bigger matches, he'll just fucking lunge at you and just do it in your face. He'll just jump and fucking do the hidden blade. Like sometimes he would do the Rainmaker motion, pull you and then just fucking jump and do it. It's a beautiful move.
Because people are now because off topic. Everyone's WWE 2K created Ospreys are complete now since the release of Wade Barrett appearing in the game. Because now people have the bullhammer and they can use that as the hidden blade. So, they're complete.
So, as these guys are getting as fucking Chris Jericho is getting fucked up by Takeshita and Ospreay, Sammy Guevara runs down with a bat.
No, you forgot the most important part. They take the picture and they crack it against his head.
Ospreay hits him over the head with the chair, and then he hits him over the head with the fucking picture frame. Sammy comes down to chase him off. Don raises the hands of Takeshita and Ospreay. So Ospreay is basically officially a part of the Don Callis family. And this set up perfectly Ospreay Jericho, which got confirmed later.
If Ospreay is not booked for that tour coming up, which he most likely is. So so this idea is already put to bed. Sammy and Ospreay at Grand Slam?
Ooh, I could sign me up for that.
If he's not booked for that tour,
Destruction.
Yeah, if he's not if he's not booked solid.
If he's wrestling Yota Tsuji there, then he will be.
Okay.
Because the Destruction tour. Let me get a when that begins and when that ends.
Because I think Sammy and him at Grand Slam would be fucking beautiful.
Destruction. Road to Destruction starts on the 8th,
they have Destruction's weird. So they have the Road 2s, and then they have like a Destruction show,
Mhm.
and then they have the main Destruction one. So they kind of have like 2s spread
Yeah.
out.
Do you think it's
But yeah, so
possible he
they-
might
the-
try to make it though?
Destruction in Kobe is on the when's Arthur Ashe?
20th.
20th.
Yeah.
Destruction in Kobe is on the 24th, and they have a Road 2 show on the 17th.
It's possible then. It's possible.
I mean, because that's the thing. He might not even be on that tour, because if he's wrestling Yota Tsuji at Royal Quest, that's in November, and they could stall that out. But he's still going to be in the fold and in the mix until then.
I still think it's possible.
But what I'm saying, that's the thing too. They could do his whatever type of match he has, whatever angle he has to do, or big match. They could do on a Road to Destruction tour and just have that be the main event and let him do what he needs to do.
It's like
in AEW.
I think this is like going up by last year's attendance from what I heard. Last year's Arthur Ashe was not as crowded and fully packed as the first year.
What was that?
I think if you want to sell a lot of tickets, you put Will Ospreay on that show.
So Daniel Garcia just tweeted out 3 spots, huh? That is something you got to look at.
Ooh.
And
how did I not think of that?
yeah, because I saw a sign in the crowd that said it was pertaining to Garcia for the BCC. That would make a lot of sense. Because he is a man right out an island now. He's out of the JAS.
Okay.
There's no faction.
Okay, if we have 2 locks now, we have 2 possible locks.
I don't think that's a lock at all. That's
2
not
possible.
A lock.
Yeah,
possible.
I don't know if that's a lock.
That's not a lock. There's one possible lock, and that's one pipe dream. Because
But-
I think there would need to be an angle. They got a week till this pay-per-view.
But now back to Arthur Ashe. I think if they want to sell a lot more tickets,
Shoda's trending.
you book Ospreay against Sammy as like a co-main event.
Well,
if not
they
the
could do
main
a tag
event.
match. They could do well, I could see it all out. Them doing a tag match: Ospreay and Takeshita versus Guevara and Jericho.
But
They could do that all out.
I just want a fucking singles match, and I want to see Will Ospreay live. Okay.
Yeah, so do I. But I mean, you gotta think real. You gotta. Think
I know. I know. I want to think realistically, but also I want to think with my fantasy booker heart, and I want to see Will Ospreay live before he fucking retires in the next like 15 fucking years.
That's how you get burned, and that's how you get upset. So, here, not here. But I will say
September 20th is a realistic possibility.
It is. But hold on, I'm just trying to look at the Rev Pro dates, because obviously he's still involved in that. They have a show on the 3rd, and they have a show on the 24th. So
because I'm
a lot
ready
of this shit is open.
I'm already fucking over the moon that I got to see Jay White make his AEW debut. Like his actual fully contract AEW debut.
I saw Ospreay once, but it wasn't this Ospreay, so I would like to see him again. But
it's like I know, think with my head, not my heart. But I see this as a heavy possibility. I think if they want to sell a lot of tickets for Grand Slam, that's it.
I hope so, but if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be upset.
Neither will I. I will be like the inner child in me, because everyone's inner child comes out at pro wrestling events.
Yes.
Would be like slightly heartbroken, but the adult me is like, I would understand it.
I fucking sit there in silence at fucking shows half the times. I just like take it in. I just like watch it.
If you
like
listen
watching.
to Mike's audio,
like, I don't scream or some shit. The only time I screamed was with Jay White, because I was fucking. It was after WrestleMania. I just watched the dog shit fucking Monday Night Raw.
If you watch Mike's video that's buried in the group chat of Jay White's debut, you can hear me screaming in the background.
Okay, I need to look this up.
I was screaming like a girl. If you listen
you were
very
not joking
closely,
about buried in the group chat.
Well, yeah, if you still have the video on your phone, probably a lot easier to find than that.
But anyway, yeah, Sammy fights these guys off. That's how the segment ends. And then I think after this, we had a little Hook and Jack Perry segment.
Yes.
Jack Perry basically says, next week I'm going to retire the FTW title.
Dennis goes, what?
I think
I think next week is when Hook finally comes back. I don't know if that's going to be on Wembley. I think that's more of an all-out match. Hook and Jungle Boy. I mean Hook and Jack Perry. They could do RVD again at Wembley potentially because that was already the original thing that was probably asked about.
Well, I want to know what this.
It was word that they loved that match. Like Tony loved the match.
Hey, RVD looked good.
He did.
I want to know what this supposed glass spot was.
Well, he wanted to get written off because he was going on vacation to Hawaii. This wasn't recent. This was this was the like I don't know if you've seen the pictures on Twitter and Instagram of Jungle Boy and Anna Jay.
Yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, it was for him to go on vacation to do that. Yeah, this was a while ago. I
thought it was like planning on something like with like him and Taz.
Yeah.
Like he jumps
this
Taz.
Has happened already. Yeah, no, this has happened already.
Okay.
But yeah. So anyway, he says he's gonna retire the FTW title. Taz is shocked by this.
What? What do you say? I think he says he's retired the title. Taz, this son of a bitch. God damn it.
But yeah. Anyway, next up we had Darby Allin and Nick Wayne versus the Gates of Agony, Bishop Khan and Toa Leona of the Mogul Embassy.
A nice little squash type match, in a way.
I wouldn't call it a squash. I would just call it there was an angle.
It was a one-seg match.
Yeah. I mean, I love the Gates of Agony. I think those guys are very underrated. I think those guys are great. I mean, I was a big fan of Khan when he had that dark match with Adam Cole, and Leona when he had his match with QT Marshall on Dark. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's great. So yeah, I'm glad they finally stuck. But yeah, and they're in a great act right now. Mogul Embassy is one of my favorite factions in wrestling right now. But yeah, so also AR Fox and Swerve, they were on the ramp sitting and watching this match. There was a great spot where fucking Nick Wayne was going for the Wayne's World, and Toa Leona just pounced this fucking guy. I like
the spot of he was going for the double drop kick to them on the outside, and they just picked him up and they threw him leg first.
There was a great spot where Darby fucking did his dive, and he basically did a full somersault on Leona, and he just landed on the back of his neck. I'm like, what the fuck, Darby? I'm like, I don't know how the fuck this guy isn't dead, crippled, or fucking emaciated by now.
You can do Darby's tope in the game, and it still looks fucking terrible. It looks so fucking bad.
I don't understand how this fucking guy is alive half the time. But yeah, so the finish ended up Nick Wayne hits the Wayne's World on Khan. He gets out and does an Acai moonsault outside to Toa Leona. Darby hits a coffin drop on Khan for the win. And yeah, then after the match, Swerve and AR Fox get in the ring. They're looking to be down Nick Wayne and Darby Allin.
Joker Sting
gets on the Titantron, and he is in full Joker Sting mode from old TNA. And this was cool to see because he was great.
Imagine if this is like the delayed effects of Malachi's Mist. It slowly took him over time. Because
he had the
smile,
the red.
Yeah, he had the red. He didn't have it as much as he did TNA in Impact, because in Impact it was more like bloody, and it was all the way up to like his cheekbone.
This was legit when Heath Ledger's Joker was like popping off.
Yeah, so yeah, he did it again here, and it was actually he was very good at it. It was awesome. Oh. And the camera pans out. He's got fucking Prince Nana abducted, which I knew Sting had him, because he didn't come out with Swerve and Fox. I'm like, all right, Sting had to have gotten Nana or something. But Nana's sitting there with fucking Sting. He's scared to death. Here comes the Mogul Embassy. And all of a sudden, Sting, he looks at him in this great fucking Joker face, and he starts screaming. And then Nana runs away. And then Sting goes like, oh, Nana, come back. I really needed to talk to somebody. And then they went off, and everyone laughed. It was great. This was fantastic. More of this.
Remember, like I fantasy booked Joker Sting because of the Malachi Mist. I was like, imagine if this happens because of that.
But that was great, and then we went on to another. Then we went on to another fantastic fucking. This might have
Oh.
been the segment of the year, like the vignette segment of the year.
This
This
was
was
phenomenal.
fucking tremendous. And who else would we be talking about? None other than Adam Cole and MJF. These two fucking
Don't
guys
collude
are
with the
outside
enemy.
of a Outback steakhouse to train for their match against Aussie Open. They're
They
outside
got
of
the
fucking
bloomin'
Outback.
onion.
So they go into Outback. Adam Cole says he loves Outback. I want to go to Outback now. But if it wasn't fucking so goddamn
MJF
expensive, I'd be going
grabs
to
him.
Outback.
You're colluding with the enemy. How dare
Yeah,
you?
so they're looking. So Adam Cole is like, he's like pog champing, fucking looking at the menu. Fucking MJF has a toothpick in his mouth. Everything changes when you got a toothpick in your mouth.
Speaking of like off topic,
Everything.
speaking of PogChamp, someone had a peepo in the crowd.
Yeah, well.
Also,
they
someone
don't have
had a Long Island Ducks hat in the crowd too.
Well, whoever had that peepo does not have a father figure. However, so they go into the fucking Outback Steakhouse. They're looking at the menu.
Holy shit!
And then MJF looks up. He sees a boxing kangaroo, and he's like, He gets an idea. They both get the bloomin' onion, and then then they exit the restaurant. They're saying like, "Yo," he's like, "Yo, I know something else we could do." So Adam Cole and MJF, they're in the back. MJF and Adam Cole, they're sitting on a box somewhere, and Adam Cole pulls out a DVD. He's got a 2-pack DVD of Crocodile Dundee, number 1 and number 2. He's like, "We gotta watch this, yo," and he's like, "Actually, I have a better idea." He's like, "When I was in that Outback Steakhouse, I saw something that is the key to our victory," and he shows him a video of 2 kangaroos fucking fighting. Adam Cole's looking at this guy like he's a fucking idiot, and Adam Cole and MJF is like, "We're gonna do the kangaroo kick." He fucking does this shit. He squats down and he does the fucking kangaroo kick to the wall, and Adam Cole's looking at this guy like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, yo?" And
Spend $5.99 on these on this DVD,
he's
man.
like, "No, we're not doing that shit." And he's like, "You know what? Let's do this." And he said, so they both have Crocodile Dundee hats on. They're looking through fucking 2 boxes at a fucking 2 blow-up alligators. You got Charlie
Like, what
standing
the fuck
there.
is this?
What the fuck is this? There's a crocodile. There's crocodiles in my backstage, and he's like, "You know what?" Adam Cole's like, "You know what we gotta do, right?" He's like, "We gotta do the kangaroo kick." No, we gotta do the fucking double clothesline. So they go over there, they hold hands, they give the double clothesline to fucking Charlie right into the pool with the fucking alligator in his hands,
And then
like
like a principal,
then Tony Khan comes calling, right? And then Tony Khan
Adam Cole,
calls
MJF in my office now.
right now.
No.
He thought Tony. I don't blame him because Tony probably thought he probably heard this and fucking was petrified that Punk got into the building somehow, and they were going at it again. And this was going to be Brawl Out Part 2. But yeah, Tony Khan.
This is the
they
first
showed
time
it-
Tony Khan has been a character on screen.
This was, I laughed so hard.
Remember that? Like,
As soon
Tony
as I heard
Khan's
Tony
been the
Khan's
no
voice.
blinking, coked out person who gives out all the announcements. This is
Tony-
Mr. Khan right there.
Well, actually, no. This is the second time because the previous one was fucking 9 days. When Kenny was
Yeah, but
Kenny
that was
fucking around
dark.
with Matt Sydal.
That was
Oh,
dark.
which-
Doesn't matter. 9
By the
days
way-
from tonight.
By the way, Sting did say 9 days tonight.
9
and
days. He
first
did.
thing I
I
thought,
just realized 9 days.
first thing I thought,
9 days from tonight.
But
9
hey,
days from
there's
tonight.
Mr.
Live on
Khan.
Dynamite. Live on All In. Live in Wembley. 9
Mr.
days.
Khan.
So
So-
Tony Khan is fucking screaming at these guys saying,
Live
"You guys
backstage
can't do
area."
this. You guys can't double clothesline people in the backstage area. You guys can't do this. There's people trying to work. I don't let me see this again." And he's like, "Yes, Mr. Khan. Yes, thank you." And then they get so Adam Cole and MJF, they get out. And MJF's like, "You know what? He's gonna regret that come 2024. The
What?
bidding war, he's gonna regret that." And then fucking Tony comes out. He's like, "What was that?" And then he's like, "Oh, nothing, Tony." It's like, "Okay, guys, thank you, great job, guys. I mean, I love you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, MJF. Thanks, Adam Cole." And then he goes back. He takes his sunglasses. He puts his sunglasses back on. He goes back in, and MJF's like, "I was about to tell that guy off," and then they walk off. This was 4 minutes of fucking perfection. from these two
Yes.
guys.
And then-
This shit is fucking gonna pass the bloodline if they're gonna fuck around and pass the bloodline if it's the kangaroo kick to fucking win
And then-
against Aussie Open.
Oh, this was 100% video
Pulls up-
package of the year so
This was
far.
fucking
Pulls up the
unbelievable.
Corvette that MJF owns with the license plate better than you.
Oh, this was even better.
Oh, this was
So
great.
they pull up in a fucking Corvette. They get out. They're like, "Yo, like, you know what? After shit, I gotta go take a shit."
Yeah, because that
And-
barbecue went right through me.
And then fucking Adam Cole's like, "You know what? We're gonna have to figure it out after this commercial break." He walks up. Here comes Roddy with the fucking neck break on. It's like, Adam. He's like, Adam, what about me? And then he kicks the fucking tire. He hits the rim and he hurts his foot. And then fucking here comes Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. They're like, "Come on, Roddy." And I'm like, this is fucking amazing. Because the best thing about this shit was because Roddy was at fucking PWG this weekend wrestling Michael Oku. On his entrance, he had the fucking the neck brace on and he took it off. The match. He's just bullshitting. Like, this shit was so funny because
Fucking
Roddy. Listen,
bastard.
this is the most Roddy has had character in forever. He's not a default call. He's the jealous ex. He's playing this part to perfection. He's literally like a jealous ex-girlfriend stalker. He's like, Adam, what about me?
Oh.
He kicks the tire and he hurts his foot. And they're like, fucking Matt Taven, Mike Bennett. All right, come on, Roddy. We gotta go, yo. I mean, it's fine. It's like the land of misfit toys, but Adam Cole's ex-friends. This shit was fucking unbelievable.
Shake
This
it
was
off, Roddy.
unbelievable.
What'd you say? What'd you just say?
This was tremendous. This was a tremendous piece of business here. Tremendous.
God.
I'm gonna as soon as we're off this, I'm fucking watching this shit again, yo.
They haven't posted it yet, I don't think. Oh, wait. Did you DVR it?
No, I'm looking at.
What did you...
I'm creating the clips for the channel right now.
I'll say that's called. It's called YouTube. There's a thing called YouTube that you watch your back on.
No shit, Sherlock.
Okay, perfect. I now have 2 clips from the video to add to the YouTube channel. Thank God.
Oh, look at this.
What now?
Tammy Sitch, 25 years.
Oh.
See ya. Holy
Hey.
shit, look at that fucking jailhouse picture. Oh my god.
Where? Okay,
Oh,
hold
Christian,
on.
fuck.
Christian,
Christ.
come on. Do it. Do it.
Holy shit.
Come
I
on,
gotta
do
see-
it.
I gotta send this.
Yeah,
Oh, Lord
post
have
that in both
mercy.
chats.
Oh my god. Jesus. Lord have mercy. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. She looks like fucking Honey Boo Boo, yo.
Oh, that's vile.
Now
Yeah,
I
but
need to see
isn't
that.
this like the same like pictures she has? Like what? This is like the 6 hours.
Oh, what
ago,
else is-
right?
No, what else is fucking vile heart failure?
That's.
Oh
that's
my
wicked.
god.
Oh sweet God.
25 years, bitch. That's what happens. You killed somebody on the road, you drunk drive, that's what happens, you stupid fuck. Go
Man,
rot.
Alcohol is a hell of a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Alcoholics.
Alcohol's a hell of a
Yep.
thing. Holy shit.
I'll never touch that bullshit in my
The
entire
thing,
life.
Tammy Snitch, Sonny, did not look like this. What, like, how many years ago did she get inducted to that Hall of Fame? What, like,
That was like 2011, 2012, I don't know.
10 years ago? 10 years did a lot. Oh my God.
I just came across the freaking JR thing from tonight, and it's even funnier the second time. It's even funnier the third time.
Dude just fucking standing there
It just
doing nothing.
turns away. It just...
That shit was so funny, yo. He didn't. What is he gonna do?
This is the thing we didn't mention in the news, but MGF wants to go on Impulsive.
Oh my.
Oh, that I saw.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a fantastic tweet. Actually, do we even call it that still, since it's X now? What?
I don't fucking
I don't
care.
even know. I don't know. Social media is a very weird place.
Anyway, we had MJF and Adam Cole. They come out and they're fucking doing their entrance. They're doing all their shit, and yeah, they're saying, "Listen, I'll do everything." This was the big promo segment of the show, and basically to sell this main event. But yeah, basically it was all fun. It was all fun, and that was all the fun and games. And now we have the serious shit. So Adam Cole cuts his promo saying that he's going to do everything it takes in the biggest match of his life to win that AEW World Championship from MJF. And MJF retorts. He said a long ass promo about starting in Create a Pro and having to write down 3 names of people he wanted to wrestle. What there was 2 active and 1 dream opponent. And the 2 he wrote down were Cody Rhodes and Adam Cole. The dream opponent.
At the time, I'm assuming is Punk.
No, because there's a picture of it. There's a picture of the thing. I believe it was either Chris Candido or Roddy Piper.
Prime Piper and MJF? Holy fuck. Inject that into my goddamn veins.
I'm gonna try to find that picture, but
got a Prime Piper.
I believe it was that.
That's a different beast right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
After this, they went back and forth. Then Adam Cole mentioned his stuff. I forgot how he got
Adam said his stuff, and then MJF, he basically said, he wrote
it's
down
story time with MJF, baby.
I swear to God, my first thought when he said that was, if he says another fucking villain origin story, I'm gonna lose it. But that was not
every
the case.
story he tells is a villain origin story, from the
like
bullying.
I mean, it's really the Joker. It's like, if I want an origin story, I want it to be.
Do you want to know what someone pitched as an idea, as a very fucked up idea? Because I forgot where I heard it from, and I forgot who said it. They pitched the idea of Adam turning on MJF before MJF does it himself, and it happens at Wembley.
Well,
but wait. Christian,
I have a feeling it's gonna.
No, wait.
Okay, go ahead.
It's really fucked up on how someone booked this idea. Adam Cole is down, and so is the ref. Roddy comes down, slips Adam Cole a roll of quarters to knock out MJF.
Yeah, I saw that.
Do a hate crime to MJF. Have him relive the most traumatizing moment of his life.
Do they wanna steal Juice's gimmick?
I just
no,
thought
but yes, I get that. It's Juice's stick, but having MJF relive the most traumatic thing. If this is a true story, by the way, of course, if this is a true story that he tells. Have him relive the most traumatic experience of his high school life. That is the biggest knife in the back that Adam Cole can do.
I think it's
exploit his weakness.
I think we've already said how big of a fucking psychopath this guy's gonna be once he turns. Once Adam Cole turns on him, and the only guy
I wouldn't put it past him, but still, it's so fucked up.
He's gonna be a psycho. Coming soon. I'm still trying to find this picture.
Someone is also picturing the kind of the repackage of the Kingdom, and Adam Cole has been structuring this entire thing behind the scenes.
I'm in the bowels of fucking MJF's fucking Instagram. I found I found a video of him at fucking taking a video of the Shield. He hasn't deleted anything.
What a mark.
He's got a Ray Lewis quote here.
Also, we still need MJF and Samoa Joe.
Look at this picture. It's a Create a Pro website. Just 2 more days before I start my adventure.
Aww.
Yeah. So it should be around here somewhere. I'm gonna find it.
It's just but also we still need Samoa Joe and MJF.
What a fucking mark, yo. He screenshotted a fucking picture of
Samoa Joe and MJF. Sign me up for that.
Sammy Callahan. Fucking. He's like, so one of my favorite wrestlers just liked my video. What the fuck? And it's Sammy Callahan.
What a mark!
A fucking mark, yo.
Also,
he's got an early 2010s Punk meme in here.
That's awesome.
Christ Almighty!
There's
He's got Ray Lewis quotes.
Thinking
All
of
right, I fuck with him.
MJF, like so because I'm friends with wrestlers thanks to my connections and the place where I worked. MJF appears on my suggested friends feed a lot. I know his shoot name.
He's in Feinstein.
No.
Huh.
Surprisingly, I think it could be, but also like the name he uses is not that on Twitter.
I thought it was always Maxwell Jacob Feinstein.
No. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'll send it in the group chat. And also, it's still kind of sad. He still has pictures of him and his fiance on his Facebook page too.
Oof.
Who the fuck uses Facebook?
Well, clearly he still
Look at
does.
this shit here, yo.
I mean, I do.
Fat
Barely.
Lives Matter, and it's him playing a cop arresting Grimm's toy show. Somebody's got to find this shit.
Oh, what? That episode of him on Grimm's Toy Show? I actually watched that episode when it happened.
What the fuck? Grimm's toy
Okay.
show. Jesus Christ. Relic of
Yeah,
a bygone era. I mean, I believe his name is Maxwell Jacob Freeman because he has a ID. He has a picture of his ID here from Hartwick College, and it says Maxwell Friedman.
Well, there's this on Twitter as well. This could just be on Facebook. This
Probably
could
a
just be
cover.
his middle name.
That's probably his confirmation name. Because I mean, if you have a confirmation, well, not confirmation, he's Jewish. What the fuck am I talking about?
It could be like maybe the Jacob is not a legitimate thing, and maybe it's Tyler.
Probably. I mean, I probably has 4.
Watch his middle name is like Jim.
Oh, there's the CM Punk picture. Throwback Thursday.
Dude,
That's good
what
shit.
is wrong? Dude, what the?
What?
No, technology can just be very, very stupid sometimes.
And this is all because I have mutual friends with MJF. Like I've asked friends when I was working, like, hey, like, is he actually an asshole? And like, I'm like, no, he's like the coolest guy in the fucking world. He's so fucking nice. Cause like the Even Stevens were doing like a bit for like the show, and MJF made an appearance. He's like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? Like, part of that schlub of a fucking shindy? Fuck no! And then walked out of the room. Of course, all scripted for that, but still just.
But anyway, back to the show, I guess. Yeah, so MJF, he just cut this promo about how he started. It was Adam Cole and Cody Rhodes, and he talked to Cody Rhodes. He DM'd him, listen, if you put me on this card, I will not let you down. You will not regret it at all. And then Cody got back to him. He said, kid, you're all in.
Matt Cross.
That's what so he wrestled Matt Cross in the pre-show. And lost to him, but then it opened the eyes of Tony Khan, and he recruited him to a little place called AEW. Don't know if you heard of it, and he's worked his ass up all the way from here.
From opening All In Chicago to 11,400 somewhat people, to main eventing All In Wembley Stadium, 80,000.
Here's the paper. Found it. Yeah. So okay. It's here we go. Today. Oh, he tweeted it. Last month. Today my trainer Pat Buck cleaned out his car and found something till 2014. When I entered Creative Pro, all the students were asked to do an exercise where you write out three opponents. For the first one being someone you'd like to wrestle that's a genuine possibility. So that means like another student. So the first one was Bear Bronson, which they were students together in Creative Pro.
Yeah.
The second and third being 2 active wrestlers that were dream opponents. This is what I wrote. And then it says number 2, Cody Rhodes, and number 3, Adam Cole. That's pretty fucking cool. That is really fucking cool. And it's so crazy. This is like the how many times have this happened with MJF?
Hell,
or
like
something like that.
Even his like title, people he wants to fight for the for his title defenses are all coming to fruition.
Yep.
Moxley, Bryan.
Yeah, Moxley, Bryan, Cole.
Moxley.
Cole.
I was there.
Darby. Sammy,
Darby. I think Hangman Adam Page is next. Too.
If he's not next, he's either like full gear or very early 2024.
Because one, there's still history from AEW's like first pay-per-view. Calling him fucking Seabiscuit.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, calling him Seabiscuit. All that shit.
But anyway, so then he basically just says, listen, there's only one thing that matters to me, and that's the Triple B. And he'll do anything to keep it because my name is Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I'm better than you, and you know it. And I was like, well, I think they're going to be saying, and new AEW World Champion Adam Cole, baby. And as they're staring at each other, here comes Aussie Open to attack them from behind. Better than you, baby. That actually gets the jump on Aussie Open. They're about to hit
double clothesline on
Davis clothesline. Couldn't do it.
MJF's about to hit
MJF's about to hit Kyle Fletcher with a fucking kangaroo kick. And he gets out of the ring. So get ready for the fucking kangaroo kick chance at Wembley. The 80,000 strong chance for a fucking kangaroo kick. And they basically all but basically confirmed they're going to be opening. Like they're going to be the first match on the 0 hour.
So,
did they confirm that that's the only match on 0 hour?
Not yet.
No, that's not going to be the only match.
And it's all starting an hour earlier than usual. So we have an 11.
It's up to 12.
Yeah, so we have an 11:30 pre-show.
For this match, they're opening the gates 2 hours early. So the gates, UK time, the gates were supposed to open at 5. They're opening at 3:15 now.
And now that leaves us with an 11:30 pre-show. God.
Oh no, the pre-show is at 12.
Yeah, but for us, do a 11:30 pre-show for us.
Yeah, for us, yeah, that's it.
Which also I have off that day. I got their approval. Also, I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I have to wake up and go to the gym at like fucking now.
Then
I have to run that weekend, but I'm running on Saturday, so I'll be good on Sunday.
So MGF is taunting Aussie Open on the ramp, and Adam Cole is gearing up for a super kick right behind MGF. He's gearing up for it.
Dude, something's gonna happen during that match.
He's staring a hole in the back of MJF's head.
Yeah, so he's about to super kick MJF, and then they hug it out after. But what I think is going to happen, I think Roddy, Taven, and Bennett are getting involved in that match some way or somehow.
Yeah, I think MJF's been pulling the strings on this. I think Adam Cole's been pulling the strings on the Kingdom and Roddy.
Well, Adam Cole, yeah. Adam Cole.
I meant to say Adam Cole. My bad. I think he's been pulling the strings, getting this all geared up, and of course our conclusion is going to happen at All In, and of course and then the rematch at All Out, unless a tag team match at All Out. Who knows?
We'll see. But anyway, after this we had the Jericho promo in the back. He's getting the blood wiped off of him. He says he just basically put out the challenge to Ospreay. Just confirmed Ospreay Jericho. Then we had the Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match.
I already looked on YouTube.
I'm not gonna fucking try to break this down piece by piece.
Salamonster has called it the worst match in Dynamite history, which I disagree with because I've seen some pretty damn bad matches. This was not among them.
Yeah, I don't agree with that just because I saw the Nightmare Collective. Oh my god. But this was not one of the. I do agree this is one of the worst.
Also,
let me tell you something though. As an ad, pretty great fucking ad.
Listen,
let me tell you something. I didn't know this game existed until now. So fuck it. Mission accomplished, I guess.
So I guess like I know the company that makes this game. They're the same company that made the Friday the 13th game. That was the online multiplayer where one person
look like that.
Where one person play as Jason and you got to kill all the campers. I played the game. I played it at launch which it had the worst launch in video game history.
Is that true or not?
Servers were down. No one could get in.
I played Cyberpunk 2077 on.
Okay. That's a single player. That's a single player. I'm talking about a multiplayer game on the PS4.
You gotta go with Street Fighter 5, where you couldn't fucking play the game for the first 2 days because it was all online. You couldn't go online.
You couldn't play this game at all. You couldn't get past the start screen.
Well, can you get past it now?
No, the game's dead now. The game is being killed off. The server's getting shut down.
Yeah.
Because they went through a lawsuit because someone still had the rights to Jason apparently. And then they just would say fuck it. But yeah. So this game is coming out. I think Friday.
What did they say? The 18th?
Probably. I didn't pay attention. But this game is going to be fun. I look forward to it. I'm probably gonna buy it and play with friends. I don't fucking know. Yeah. So Jeff Hardy makes his way out first. He comes out with a leather face mask, takes off,
and goes past the ring into the crowd
for some reason.
Like, what in the hell?
So yeah, he had to go look for the fucking.
Also, this match was apparently for a fucking title that was.
Hilarious.
That like looks so that I could make a better title in like a creative title setting.
Well, I will say, all right. So the way the match is, I mean, it was really so like Jarrett and Karen and fucking Satnam, they got involved early. Then here comes
it wasn't
Page.
Yeah,
Matt
okay.
Hardy.
No, yeah, it was Satnam. My bad. I thought I was seeing someone else.
Isaiah, Ethan Page, Matt Hardy,
Brother Zay.
They fight around. Lethal shows up, and then. This is my favorite part of the match. Fucking, they open a door and it's just a basket of light, and it's a guy in a cowboy. I'm like, who the fuck is that? It's fucking Sanjay Dutt. That was my favorite part of this whole match. So Sanjay starts putting the fucking boots to the crew. I mean, Karen and fucking Jeff Jarrett are doused in blood. You couldn't see half this match because it was in picture, and it was dark as shit. It had the Fiend red lighting.
I will give them credit. It did have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre deathmatch vibe with the lighting.
And then
we finally get back to the ring.
Then there's fog coming out from under the ring.
Well, it's spooky. So they get back to the ring. Everybody's fucking around and fighting.
That's not an excuse. That's not a fucking excuse, man.
Well, what do you expect? I
thought I was gonna see like some weird shenanigans happen. I thought I was gonna see the Hardy family.
Chainsaw Massacre. It's fallen from under the ring. I didn't really think much of it besides that.
I thought I was gonna see King Maxwell come out and do a fucking swanton onto Jeff Jarrett.
Spooky match. That's it. You know, you don't really gotta think too much into this shit.
No, but like, at least with AEW, I think
it's an ad.
There's something's gonna happen. If I was to see this with WWE, I'd be like, okay, cool.
Bro, this is an ad for a game that no one's gonna fucking play after a week of its fucking launch.
You are absolutely fucking right.
So, all right. So as the fog's coming out, fucking, you got Jarrett gets put through the table by Jeff Hardy with a swanton bomb, but then here comes fucking Leatherface. What the hell is Leatherface doing in the Impact Zone? He stiffs the fuck out of Sanjay Dutt with a big blue, which is actually pretty funny. And then he starts swinging around the chainsaw at fucking Karen. Karen. I mean, a woman is about to get fucking murdered, but the match needs a finish. That's a lot more important than Karen. But yeah, so here comes Leatherface. I mean, I'm not a horror movie guy. I'm not a horror anything guy, really. The only fucking Leatherface I know is from Mortal Kombat X. And the costume he had on was from the variation that was actually kind of fucking dog shit. So I really don't care about Leatherface at all or this video game. But yeah, so that happens. Fucking Jeff Jarrett ends up rolling up. Sanjay Dutt chokeslams Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Jarrett ends up covering. They drag his body onto Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy wins.
Jeff Jarrett wins.
Fucking too many Jeffs. Jeff Jarrett.
J-E-double-F-J-A-double-R-E-double-T.
Dealing with fucking 3 J's here right now. Jeff Jarrett defeats Jeff Hardy. in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Deathmatch.
death match. I
And he
hope they
gets
never
the
do this shit
Texas
again.
Chainsaw Massacre title.
I hope they never do. Yeah, he's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface fucking title holder. I
This
mean,
was one giant.
I want to know
enjoyable
who played
shenanigan.
Leatherface. I
me
gotta
tell you
fucking
something.
know.
It's got to be Chuck.
that's a matchup there because those are the only two
So okay,
motherfuckers on this
I'm
show that
gonna
use a
be
chainsaw.
100% real. When I first heard the chainsaw, I
It was
thought
CM Punk.
No, I thought it was gonna be Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk for a moment.
I don't think Terry Funk can.
Terry Funk can
Funk's-
still walk around like that.
I'm gonna say he's in a bad way. Like I don't think he's like that mobile.
No, he still kind of is. He's not like as mobile, but he could still do something like that.
Yeah, he has Alzheimer's, I believe. Or dementia, I believe.
If he still knows how to wield a fucking chainsaw, I don't see why not.
Yeah, fuck no.
Forgot to take the chain off, hit Karen in the head with it. Whoops.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah, this was not good at all.
It was funny.
It was funny. It was an effective ad. I'll tell you what. Listen, I didn't know about this game. Now I do. And I guess that's mission accomplished. Because this was to please the corporate overlords. As an ad, it was pretty good for a fucking ad. But as for the show and for a wrestling match, I don't know what the fuck this was.
We have someone
This
who was
was
a
filler.
first-time chatter in the Twitch chat, Calum, 2,700,000, a long number at the end. And he goes, my two favorite wrestlers are Kenny Omega and Eddie Kingston. Good shit, my
Good
guy.
choices right there.
Good choices.
My favorite wrestler is Kenny Omega. But anyway, we had so after that fucking debauchery, we had something even more scary. We had Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus the Bunny. This was the Bunny's first match back since February after she got hurt in that match with Jamie Hayter. So it was good to see her back.
Oh, I didn't even realize that shit.
Yeah. So they worked here.
Also, Britt was wearing her all-in gear.
She was wearing her all-in gear. She did not come out to got something for you. Ice Cube's son just fucking took the AEW title and spray painted it with the black X like CM Punk.
That is a like $900 belt he just put spray paint on.
Shit happens, I guess. But anyway.
Did anything interesting happen in this match?
Yeah, this was just a really basic match. I mean, there was no stakes.
No,
there was no
happened.
stakes in this match at all. Everybody knew
literally-
there was a fucking better chance that the Easter
Squirrel
Bunny
was going to find its way into the ring.
There's
the
a
Easter
better
Bunny
chance
was-
at Nyla Rose winning than this.
there
Than
was a better fucking chance than fucking I don't know, the Ultimate Warrior coming back to life and becoming a female and fucking
and
being
renouncing
in the,
all and just renouncing all of his hatred that he said.
not that. He's gonna take his Destrucity and he's gonna fucking beat the dog shit out of the other three women in that Wembley show, and he was gonna win the title there. So that was that. If Britt lost, that's probably what was gonna happen. But no, Britt won. So Britt has been added into the Fatal 4-Way to the shock of maybe
Nobody.
a couple people.
I didn't even watch this match.
But it was fine. That was really it. It was fine.
Then
Nothing special, really good, but yeah, it's fine. So Britt Baker's in the match. It's locked in. It's Sheeta, Baker, Storm, and Saraya for the women's championship. So
I don't
cool.
know how to feel about this match, like as a match.
It's 4-way.
Yeah.
Well,
listen,
I
Jamie
give him the
never got
benefit of
hurt.
I give him the benefit of the doubt because Sheeta never would have won the title.
Which I'm
the
very happy about that she did, by the way.
The whole match would have been probably still would have been a fatal 4-way, but it probably just would have been Tony defending against Jamie, Britt, and Saraya.
Yeah.
And then Jamie would have won the title back in her home country. But obviously that can't happen. Now Jamie will probably still be there to walk Britt out. I could imagine that. But yeah, that's really all there was.
Unless we finally get like a random swerve and then Jamie turns on Britt finally and dumps her ass.
I mean,
I
I wouldn't
hope
do
so.
that. I wouldn't do that if she's not going to be back until fucking February. And then
Oof.
she'd be off TV.
Really?
Oh, you guys didn't hear that?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the projection. Is February. So
It's
yeah, I
that
wouldn't
bad?
do that.
I thought it wasn't that bad.
That's what everyone thought. Apparently not. I mean, it's the same thing. It reminds me. It reminds me of Tangaloa. Tangaloa came back from an ACL injury that cost him a year off his career. He was supposed to be just a quick repair injury. He would have been out for 3 weeks. The doctors went in. They're like, "What the fuck?" It's like, "How are you even walking? How are you? You might be done wrestling." And he got a year off. Sometimes it's just not noticeable. And then when they go in, like, "Oh shit, you actually fucked up." So we'll see.
I'm sorry, my cat's taking over for a bit because she apparently needs the attention.
Damian Priest was on All In. Completely forgot.
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, he was a part of the 0 Hour.
The Battle Royal. Yeah. How about that, huh?
So was Punishment Martinez, I believe.
That's fucking Damian Priest.
I mean, Mercedes Martinez, whatever.
Martinez. No, she was on the original Double or Nothing.
Oh yes, okay.
That's Punishment Martinez. I'm like, yeah, it's him. That's the same guy.
Don't bite my hand, please.
Anyway, after this, we had the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass.
No, daddy ass.
Just realized something.
What?
We didn't get a Rampage lineup.
Oh wow. I'm speculating something is happening at Rampage because hold on. She disconnected the headphones. This fucking bastard. Cat, I love you, but you suck. God damn it. Okay. I think something might be happening because this is a very small detail.
Well, yeah. So there is a Rampage, and I mean, I could tell you the matches, but not the. I haven't. They didn't post the
outcomes,
the spoilers, the outcomes. But the matches are Rey Fenix versus Commander. The main event is Ruby Soho and Tony Storm versus Sky Blue and Hikaru Shida, and Aussie Open versus Brother Zay and Ethan Page.
Oh boy.
Okay, no, I thought something was gonna happen.
Apparently, Phoenix and Commander was excellent.
That's not surprising.
So
not at all.
People say you need to go out of your way to watch Rampage to see Phoenix and Commander. So
I will be home Friday.
I will not. I have work Friday.
But anyway, yeah. So we had the Acclaimed. They showed the past stuff that's been going on in Collision because they haven't been on Dynamite in a while. They come out, do their rap. And
they were talking like they're supposed to fight jobbers, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a job match. Before that, the lights go out, the House of Black appear, and they jump the Acclaimed. They beat the dog shit out of them. Malachi does nothing. It's just Brody and Buddy. They're just beating the dog
Max
shit
Caster
out of them.
gigged.
Yeah, so Max Caster gigged, and they gave Bowens the Dante's Inferno. And they took Buddy. Buddy gave Max the curb stomp. He held up.
Also, congrats to Buddy tying the knot with
locking
Rhea,
it down,
finishing the other story.
Enough is enough. That enough is a fucking enough. After what I just saw, after what I see on fucking TikTok with Rhea and Dominic, he said enough is enough.
Because I've had
a baby, Buddy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he puts him down with the curb stop. He picks up Billy's boots. He gives them to Brody, and then Brody gives them to Malachi, and that's how they went out. So yeah, what I see here is that this is their match for All In or All Out, but most likely All In. We're gonna get a trios title match between the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, who comes back, versus the House of Black. And listen, I could see this. If Billy Gunn actually wants to retire, I could see Wembley being his retirement match, where he does this trios match where with the House of Black and the Acclaimed, they lose, and then he leaves his boots in the ring for real.
Well, maybe it's not Billy Gunn. Maybe it's Billy Kidman.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The other gimmick he had.
Billy Kidman.
Yeah, Billy Kidman.
Billy Kidman. What about fucking Billy Crystal and the Acclaimed? How about that? Mike Wazowski and the Acclaim.
Did you not know that was his other name? And like I think it was like TNA.
What, Billy Kidman?
Yeah.
No, because there's an actual Billy Kidman.
No, that he. Okay, hold on. Unless he was a different name, but I remember there was a Billy Kidman.
This is a Billy Kidman. This is a different wrestler. It's a different wrestler. Billy Kidman. That is not Billy Gunn.
Hold on.
Hip Sop is not Billy Kidman.
Whoops! I thought
that is not Billy Kidman. Is a different human.
I thought I could remember there was a name for his TNA run.
Yeah, it was something fucking Kip something.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it was Kip.
Kip Montana.
I'm looking.
Kip Gunn, Kip James, Kip Winchester, Kip Sop, Mr. Ass, the
G-Man. Oh yeah, it was it was when him and Road Dogg went to TNA. It was Kip and BG James.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Billy Kidman?
That's
a different guy.
Cause I see the first name and like brain go burr.
Yeah.
Brain go burr. Alright, fuck you, man.
Holy shit. Fucking, I mean, I'm sorry about that, Billy Kidman, if you're watching. Fucked up what happened here.
Man.
Fucked up what's going on right now. Thought they were that's fucking daddy clit or something. I don't know.
What?
Anyway, we had, so then we had, it's time for the main event because there's no Rampage lineup. And I don't even think they did a Collision one.
Nope.
They had an all-in lineup.
I think they were rushing. Yeah, they had the all-in lineup. Yeah, they showed all the graphics for everything. Nothing was added that we haven't talked about. But then we had the main event. It's time for the main event.
It's
we
time.
had the guns.
For the main
the
event.
top shelf gunslingers, the fucking Collision Cowboys, the
They're
Golden
still the
Guns.
S-Boys to me,
I wish
damn
they
it.
changed their name to that, the Golden Guns. I think it's better than just the Guns. The Golden Guns sound good. But yeah, so they had the Guns versus the Young Bucks. On the entrance, the Young Bucks attacked the Guns. I think that was for time purposes, because the Bucks usually don't do that heel shit. But I mean, at the end they did. So I don't know.
So
they had a pretty good
Guns have an amazing entrance. I love it.
Yeah, I love their entrance. I mean, all they need is many men. They just need to shell out the money for
it. It's too much money.
It is way too much money. But yeah. So we had the Guns, and the Young Bucks having a great match. Just a pretty standard, great tag team match. I thought these guys worked well together. Two brother tag teams. Great stuff. The finish came from there was a roll up where they try to use the ropes like Ricky, and it got rolled up. Nick broke it up, and then Nick ended up. I think Matt rolled up the Guns while holding up to Nick on the outside for the victory, and basically they just used their own tactic against them. As soon as the bell rung, here comes Jay and Juice. They hit the ring. They beat up the Young Bucks, and they're about to Pillmanize Matt Jackson's arm. But all of a sudden, here comes FTR to make the save because they want them prim and proper for their match at Wembley. So that's how the show went off the air. Obviously, Jay and Juice coming out was also like retaliation because of what happened with Omega. But yeah.
Do you guys think the Bucks go over at all in?
I have no clue how to call that match yet. I'm gonna need another week.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be just making my predictions up on the fly for the prediction show.
I don't know how to call that match, but gut feeling right now is FTR because I think there's a lot of tag teams that could lose to them, and it would mean more. Like I think the people who should beat FTR is either Aussie Open, Jay and Juice, or
the Guns again.
Maybe potentially Santana and Ortiz if they come back and they're all good.
Yeah, I would like that.
But yeah, I think those are the three that could fit. But that could also be the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks they did some heel stuff in this match. I don't think they're going heel, but if they do, that could be another thing. Because FTR are baby faces. And
it all depends on the dynamic going into Wembley on who do you think that crowd would cheer for?
Yeah, it depends.
Because you got Cash and FTR bald. Really, she's got that.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, though, that was Dynamite, and we had a nice 2-hour long show for the people who stuck around to watch. To the 9 likes that we got on YouTube, thank you, appreciate it. Every little bit helps. We are on a very small road to getting something done with both sides of things, Twitch and YouTube. Don't really care either way, but good to have these up. What else is there? The wrestler of the week for me personally, I feel as I'm gonna give it to I'm gonna give it to Will Ospreay. I'm a mark for this dude, right? One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. After
Michael.
What?
Oh, so Michael. I thought you were done.
Man, you full named him. Holy shit!
Mike, rest of the weekend, bro. I gotta go to bed.
Pick your wrestler of the week, man.
Okay, so this is gonna be very out of the blue, but my wrestler of the week goes to Christian Cage for saying to his kid after she asks, "Can I play with your championship?" And he just goes, "Did you win this title?"
A week ago, yo.
I'm sorry, I've literally watched 2 collisions, a Dynamite, and a Rampage in the last 2 days. So,
all right,
because
Christian,
of work.
Who do you got?
Tetsuya Naito. Finish the story.
Fair enough. All right, guys, we appreciate you guys all for watching, sticking around. Catch us next week for the Go Home Show.
Oh shit! We forgot to mention on that fucking Adam Cole thing when they cut to the back with Roddy icing his foot. That was funny. Anyway.
Oh yes.
All right, guys, peace out. Goddamn thing still doesn't want to fucking run.